angry does get shit done,
It
right?
does, doesn't it?
Gotten done in the last couple of months. Had angry not shown up in Minnesota, um, we would not have seen arrests,
And it was what
until
did it in the first place.
absolutely.
That's the part that seems to get pulled out of this. It was
That's right.
anger that did this in the first place. We weren't put here lovingly. We were put here angrily. So we have suffered. We have been traumatized under that angry tone. And then they put a system in place to reinforce that tone, to make sure that your treatment was a little worse than regular treatment just because. You can't own a gun because why would you need to own a gun? Are you serious? I'm afraid of you. I'm afraid of you. I'm afraid of you because I've treated you so badly. You have no reason to treat me equitably. So I fear retribution for my own actions. We have tried to meet that with every sort of peaceful, loving, come around here, my Lord, resistance we could, with our faith, with our tenacity. And that's, when I say we, I mean disabled people, LGBTQ plus 2S people, two-spirited individuals, Native Americans, Latinos, who I hate to group, Mexicans, Colombians, Brazilians, Puerto Ricans, I say like all of, okay? And also people who were white who didn't have the means to look like the other people, the white trash, the ones that came from people who were in prison or whatnot. We all got lumped into the same category with varying levels of discrimination that are delivered upon us, even if you just fat.
That's right.
So it's a thing, right? And when you say black, everybody's like black. But for me, I mean, no, it's all the same thing. It doesn't matter if you say sexism or blackism or water scarcity. It doesn't matter what the word is, or human suffering. It's all the same thing because it all affects the people with the same disproportionate nature. So, right. So we're in the same boat. Like this parsing it out into categories, acting like we're different groups is anti-human. And that is in fact the problem. But I'm at the bottom of the totem pole because it gets handed out by virtue of shade. So because of the melanin, I have to yell hard for those who are the most in distress. And I don't consider myself the most in distress. It's Black women who are the most in distress, with so few Black men who will stand up for them. And I don't care if the Black man, like my ex-wife is a white lady. It's not about that. My mama and the women who raised me are Black. Fact. They're still alive. They are my soul and my heart. I live but for them. And I have 2 daughters. I don't care if sexism or women's suffrage ever wanted me. You got me either way it is. I'm fighting for my daughters, who look like the most human trafficked children in the world because they are the target. 8-year-old girls of that age, brown, because they can be indoctrinated into pretty much any system if you get them early enough. They're trafficking our children. That's what the real is. And I'm not going to apologize to you from that. I mean, come on, if they're trafficking your children, and they are trafficking some white children, you look in Eastern Europe, it's going crazy. In India, it's going crazy. In Asia, it's going crazy. What are we talking about? What are we really talking about here? And you can't get any coverage, any discussion about it. And here, one of the biggest traffickers in the world is on the world stage. Jeffrey Epstein murders himself. And then his ace, his number 2, his homie, gets a heartfelt thanks from the President of the United States.
I hope she's well. I hope she's well.
From the President of the United States. Now,
no mention of Breonna Taylor, no mention of Sandra Bland, no mention of Atatiana, no mention of any of them.
Hosanna in the highest. Hosanna in the highest. So show me your faith. The only purpose Christianity serves, the only purpose any religion serves, is to stamp out repression, regression, and bigotry. That is the purpose of faith.
Yeah.
If you're not clear on that, then don't talk to me about whatever denomination you are from. If it only protects your denomination, then it ain't my religion.
That's right.
That's just what it is. Fight for the other denomination. Fight for someone other than you. Be the unexpected that showed up for somebody else. I mean, it's such a simple thing. I mean, Believe this, somebody as stupid as me can figure it out. Like, I'm not a rocket scientist by any stretch of the imagination. I'm Southern. I'm not trying to figure things out like I sit in some big house. I'm blessed that I do sit in a big house, but that ain't, it's not where I came from.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I remember that other house, and I don't remember it as horrible times in some desolate ghetto. I remember it as joyful times.
That's right.
Beautiful times. I don't know what this hood is that you keep talking about. That's all murder and mayhem. That's not where my parents put me.
That's right.
I mean, we ain't had no money, but I wasn't in murder and mayhem.